Okay. Wow. So this is game number 4 between Drakant or Draken and John Slow. I don't even need to look at that alert, and I can tell you that that is Nate Weir that resubbed. Drakant is playing as the Turks, and John Slow is playing as the Spanish. John Slow said that... No, John Slow and Drakant said that with my settings, they felt there would be a lot of mirror matchups, and we've only had one today. So, I'm really proud from the setting standpoint. I feel like there's enough variety, and there's enough subtle differences between the civs that I'm giving for each game to make things interesting. Turks, you're probably going to see a castle. You're probably going to see Janissaries. You could potentially see Fast Imp here with Turks. And then Spanish, we're probably going to see Gunpowder from him as well. I think John Slow will probably look towards Conquistadors. Now, the maps are really compact. John Slow does have a bit more space back here now that I look at it, but you see how compact things are on the front? So he'll definitely want to get a castle up there to secure his base. You could say the same for Drakant, but I mean, 2 back stones. Both players have that little side area, and then if the castle's up on the front, the base is awesome for Drakant. It is a little bit less fortunate because this gold is outside his walls. But who cares? He's Turks. He has the gold mining bonus. So here's a question for those watching the stream. What do you think is better? Janissaries or Conquistadors? If it's Spanish against Turks, what is better? Varian said Conquistadors. Tim said Janissaries. Zybzek said Janissaries. Okay, so it's 50-50 in the chat. So the answer is, I'm disappointed, actually, because we have so many people. There we go. John's got it. It depends. It really depends. So in early Castle Age, you're not going to be able to afford upgrades. And if we're looking at unupgraded units, in a 1v1, Janissary is better. Janissary has 8 range, the Conquistador has 6. Janissary has 1 more base attack, and there's not too much of an HP difference there. However, Conquistadors, they have more potential as the game goes on, because you can get the defense upgrades on them, you can get husbandry, first off, they have the mobility, you can get bloodlines for extra HP. So in early Castle Age, Janissaries are really good. But it's very, very rare that we're saying that Conquistadors are not the best early Castle Age option, because in every other situation, what do I say? I say early Conks are the strongest. In fact, normally Conquistadors get weaker against other units and other situations as the game goes on. But here they get a bit stronger. Both civs will probably transition away from their gunpowder. You know, if this game goes on very long, I don't expect to see only Conquistadors from Spanish. You could see skirms, you could see paladins, you know, halbs, champions, but the Turks could go for cav archers and hussar. But yeah, I expect a castle to go up. 4 on wood for both. This is definitely going to be a fast castle build. And it's just all about their build orders, all about their economy. And yeah, we have some time to talk about this now. As much as I'd love to see a fast Imperial choice from Drakant, I don't think fast Imperial is very wise. I think it's too risky. And your economy is just too weak to push Spanish. I think Spanish would almost invite that, so. Instead, we'll probably see a castle and a monastery from both in early Castle Age. They'll fight for the relics, they'll fight for map control, and then, you know, it will still be very much about how good is your economy behind that. An argument I could make for Spanish here, though, there's a few of them. Again, the Conks have the mobility. Spanish have better options than Turks throughout the game, so you have access to elite skirm and halberdier, which Turks do not have. And then also, Spanish villagers build faster, so your castle will get up faster, your monastery, your TCs, all those things will be up slightly faster, so. It still very much depends, but that's the way I see it. If the Spanish and an enemy trade, do just the Spanish get the bonus? Yes, exactly. Just the Spanish get the bonus. I don't think we're going to see trade in this game, but I would love to be proven wrong. The trade heist, new meta. I know this is a game, but there's something about a sheep holding the gate open for a scout pushing a deer that seems a little unrealistic to me. Yeah, that is a little bit unrealistic. Indeed. I wonder who was the first to figure that out. You know, it had to have been years ago. All the arena players were upset when their deer would be outside their walls. They'd be on their dial-up internet, so they could never push deer because of all the lag. But, you know, the lag started to get a little bit less, and someone figured out, I can just leave my sheep under there and open the gate. It is kind of silly that there's no, like, open gate button. You know, you can lock the gate. But who's locking it? If there's no one there to open it, who's locking the gate? That's my question. Did Drakan not realize he has a sheep underneath his town center? Because he needs food right now. I feel like he's blind and he can't... Oh, nope, he sees it. Okay. Alright, he must really feel like he's going to need a bit more wood. This deer is not cooperating. Nate Weir, thank you for 31 months. He says, All Canadian Dave fan club officially endorses all of the wonderful Canadian content in chat today. Hope you've been well. I did ask Dave to stop by today. He said his normal response when I invite him to co-cast is, we'll see. So I think he must be busy. That would be very much like Dave to show up halfway through a best of 7. You see the stone miners, so it will be conquistadors. Oh, sorry, it will be Janissaries for Drakan. I judged his build a little bit, but it looks near perfect. And then you have John Slow. John Slow is a little bit low on food, but I think he'll be fine. And he's also on stone. I'm excited to see this. Can we just appreciate the fact that it hasn't been... So my issue with the rated games is that players want to win so bad. I know, wow, players want to win. That's so awful. But so many players are tryharding to the point where we see the same civs all the time. I've really been appreciating these different civilizations here today. The normal way of playing when it was Arabia only on Voobly is pros would just go random civ, but no one's doing that anymore because of the map queue. The ranked queue, and how you can't see if your opponent's gone random. So it's just a lot of mirror matchups or Aztecs, Mayans, Cumans, you know. And so I like how throughout this best of 7 we've had different civs, and I'm hoping to do more of this type of thing. Definitely this week I'll be doing a lot of it. Viper goes random civ, #respect. Yeah, well. I think there's a reason for that. Well, Viper doesn't take rated games near as serious. He's also really good, so. Okay. So, I'm guessing the castle... Ooh, I wonder if they hide the castle, potentially. Nah, I think the opponent's going to know that they're going for a castle because of the castle age times. Because they'll be up pretty late, so... Just build the castle in the front. I was thinking maybe you hide it and build it back here. Ooh, okay, so the scouts are fighting. Who do you think will win here? Only 30 HP for the Turk scout, 25 HP. But it will be light cav soon. I think he has to risk it, right? Fight. I think the scout still wins. You're looking at 7 attack versus 5 attack, 28 HP versus 45 HP. So yeah, maybe that's not the play. Unfortunate for Drakan, because normally having the free light cav upgrade can be very helpful here. I think he will just run around and try and make it back to his castle, and we see a castle from both of them. Alright. He might just lose this. He sees that John Slow is building his castle there. This will come as no surprise. I swear I just heard a trade cart. Did you guys hear that? heard the noise. The trade cart noise. It's probably the scout or something. The horse. Okay, the castle will be up. This light cav will loop back around. Nice job. And it's just... Oh, nope. It's a castle and a monastery for John Slow. See, John Slow already has the second TC. This is the power of Spanish builders. And the scout is saved. With a light cav. Now, will this be more of an all-in play from Drakon? Will he accept that if he goes for TCs, it will delay things? And will he go aggressive with one TC? There's only so much you can do. There's very little you can do, actually, because of where John Slow has placed that castle. But, ooh, the light cav is there. No, I don't think the light cav will take the monk out. Oh, nice shot. Beautiful micro from both so far, and conversions will be very, very important. Remember, more range for the Janissary. Monks also have 9 range. The monk gets a conversion. That's huge. That conversion helps out so much, because right now, Drakon will be a little bit hesitant to push forward. It worries me that Drakon has 800 wood. Okay, he's just now adding the town center. Whereas John Slow has been on 2 TCs for a little while now. Why am I singing? I'm not sure. Because I'm happy. 2 relics soon for John Slow. He sends in the scout after this monk, and, oh, get it! Ah! Oh, he got it! Nice, snipe! That's huge, man. If he can get that one, and then this one as well, that'll give him a pretty big lead with the relics. This will actually be his 3rd being brought in, so he was much faster. I think it's the Spanish building speed. He's a whole lot faster to get everything out. Let's watch these Janissaries, though. You see what Janissaries can do? This is why I think maybe if you're more aggressive as Turks, it makes sense. Maybe go imp faster, build a forward castle, start pushing with Janissaries and bombard cannons. John Slow really wants that relic. He snipes another monk from Drakon. I think it would have been wiser for Drakon to use his monks for conversions. He snipes a monk, but he did lose one of his units here. The Conquistadors are much faster. I think John Slow will not be disappointed with this at all. He even snipes that monk. That's so many monks down for Drakon. And his Janissaries will go down as well. I've loved the micro from John Slow, running back and forth. Drakon could have kept the monks alive. If he didn't rush to go out here, it would have been okay. And I think we're seeing the mobility of Conks now. So yes, Janissaries have more range. They have a little bit more attack. But I think you still need the monks in there. The Conquistadors can pick and choose any fight they want to take. You don't have that luxury. You do not have that luxury with the with Turks, because you're slower. But I will say Drakon somehow has more villagers. He is on 3 TCs. It's just 2 TCs for John Slow, and I think this is all part of the plan. Ah, it is part of the plan. Man, John Slow is so good. His arena strategy is so on point. Now, he does need to be very careful still. But he wants a forward castle, and he wants to click up to Imp and push with Trebs. Ooh, man, the micro. This is so risky. This is so risky. Look at the micro from John Slow. Where is this coming from? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, doubt. What is happening? It's a good strategy. You're on your way to Imp, but you don't have the conk numbers. Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Now, if he goes Imp and he doesn't have a forward castle, what's he going to Imp for? He can't comfortably push out with Trebs. Ouch. So maybe this was a little bit too aggressive. Maybe he needs to wait for now. Drakon, I just heard that the trade card again. Drakan, he's been on 3 TCs, so he's investing a whole lot of food into more economy. John Slow was hoping to go to Imp to get a power spike from it, but what will that power spike be? I believe he's gonna go all in conks, right? So he's building the stable just for bloodlines. We'll probably see the armor upgrades come in. He's going to heal up his conquistadors. Don't know if Drakan is going to be expecting this move. Also, this is pretty funny. I saw he was protecting that relic, and he's going out to it now. So it would be 3-2 with relics if Drakan gets that one in the north. Is this confusing anyone that I'm calling him Drakan? I was going to try and call him Draken because he changed his name, but I feel like I'll always know this guy is Drakan.
See?
Hopefully it's not. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a lot of conks now. 10. Oh my goodness, but the Janissaries from downtown. That is some insane range. I think monks are going to be very important for both here. And in order for this strategy to work, Jon Snow needs to place the castle forward. I feel like Gunpowder is so inaccurate on DE sometimes. Okay, Drakan will know. I'm way ahead in eco. I just need to hold. If I hold, I'm good. I don't know how some of these shots aren't hitting. There it's hitting. Ooh, both will go for conversions. Both will get conversions. Think this is still better for Drakan. Oh no, Bloodlines is in. Armor is in on the Conquistadors. How will they do? How will they do? Still not good enough. Still not good enough. Now the castle goes up. Is the castle far enough forward though? Because when you don't have the army to push, you're hoping your castle fire is going to protect your trebs. I think the treb would be out here, which would be in range of the Janissaries. Now Drakan will probably click up to the Imperial Age in a second himself. The Turks get free chemistry, so that means bombard cannons. And maybe a tech switch. Like maybe it's worth building stables here and going for camels. I'm not sure. Certainly has to continue to create Janissaries for now, but with 78 villagers for Drakan and 49 for Jon Slow, Jon Slow does not have the luxury of a tech switch. Drakan definitely does. Zybzek says, T90, I think people should always be called by their original names. Oh, you do you? Uh-huh. I call you Spice and everyone on YouTube is confused because you changed your freaking name, you troll. I also can't pronounce the new one properly, which makes me feel great.
Monday?
I called him Doubt because of the failed castle. Also, sometimes instead of saying, oh my god, I say, oh my Doubt, because Doubt is the Lord and Savior. I've been loving Drakan's micro. It's a really nice micro. I mean, both micro... the micro from both of them has been pretty solid. But this is the problem. If the castle was up earlier... If it was up here, these trebs would be trebbing this castle. It's not the case right now. But the conks do have imp armor, so... We have a lot more armor. And that's 3 trebuchets. It's no joke. Very quick conversion, though, for Drakan. Here come the trebs. Oh man, this is where the game is won or lost right here. If Jon Slow takes out the castle, he has a chance. If he continues the push, he has a chance. Ooh, wow, we will see a switch for Drakan. He has archer ranges, maybe expecting to lose the castle, and he just gives it up. Now, there's a risk he could get housed badly because building a castle gives you extra pop space. Keep an eye on the pop space at the top left. There's a risk he could lose his relics. I think Drakan realized it was too risky to take that fight. He'll actually go for... This is going to be cav archers. Okay, he does have bracer on the way, so cav archers could actually bail him out here. But you know what Jon Slow's going to do, right?
See?
You know what he's going to do. He might have 40 less vills, but he has a whole lot of stone, and I expect villagers to come forward at some point, or I expect another castle.
See?
I also expect him to try and take these relics for himself. What? Why did the relics go so far forward? That is such... What is that? What kind of hacks is that from John Slow? It's like the relics want to be with him.
Evet.
Well, that's tilting. He had his gather point set forward. That's a good point. Maybe he did. But I've never seen them hop over a wall like that. I guess it kind of makes sense. That's funny. They moved forward 3 tiles. They're not even 1 tile on the other side of this wall. Or are they? I can't tell. Man, this is just such a good arena game because the low eco push is John Slow's specialty. And with these conks, with the numbers he has, with the monks he's creating, with the 3 castles, it's working. At the same time, there's quite a few Cav Archer upgrades for Drakon. I think what Drakon really needs is some of his own trebs and some bombard cannons. And right now he's getting Sipahi, which is a unique tech for Turk Cav Archers. So we're seeing this. It's very rare you see it, but I mentioned it. Oh no! Oh my god! Abandon this area! Abandon this area! Holy cow, these villagers could die. These villagers will die! Drakon's on the way with the Cav Archers. His Cav Archers might have extra HP, but Drakon said, I think he's taking gold over... Or, sorry, John Slow said, I think he's taking gold over here. What's funny is, Drakon will still have so many more villagers. Cav Archers are pretty good against Kongs. It's probably the best option you have as Turks. But no relics. Those relics are going back to John Slow's base. Can't take this gold. You can't take this gold comfortably. I think Elite Conquistador is about to come in for John Slow. Looks like he has the resources for it. And now a Siege Workshop. So will he go Rams? Maybe Rams bombard cannons from him? I love how he's using his mobility. He's running all arounds. Not a very easy fight to take against the Cav Archers, though, because the Cav Archers will have more range. But Conks are... they're redonkulous. Reconculous. Something like that.
Monday?
John Slow, it feels like John Slow has the lead, right? He's the one pressuring, but John Slow has 40 less population. And that is the villagers. The military count is even. What is better, 100 HP Cav Archers or 90 HP Elite Conquistadors? Think long-term, the Cav Archers are way better, but there's still no real way that Drakon can push the castle, and I think if John Slow gets Rams in here too, then there's no answer to the Rams. This is a quality game. All things considered, this isn't the best game of the day. Entertainment, I think this is really good, but might not be as entertaining as some of the more unique games we've seen. But this is probably as arena as it gets. The low eco push versus the high eco boom. Now, I said that Drakon would not have an answer for the Rams. He's actually making a few Hussars, but man, he's housed badly. He has resources to create things. He's just not able to because he's pop capped. And the Conks will move right back over here. I think this is a very good decision, but Drakon has placed a TC here. He's just hoping John Slow doesn't find that. Actually, John Slow could go over there. John Slow also doesn't want to abandon his castle and abandon his trebuchets. That's a lot of Cav Archers from Drakon. The score is 2-1 in a best of 7. Can he hold on? Seems like he's not interested in pushing this back, which is a worrying sign. He's making Hussars. He's just now getting the second armor upgrade. He doesn't have attack. Is Siege Ram on the way? Okay, no Siege Ram. Oh, Siege Ram for Drakon. Okay, so he wants his own meat shield. Alright. Well, Conks do a bit better against Rams than the Cav Archers will. But Siege Ram, you could use your own Siege Ram to counter the Capped Ram. And then you have Hussars too. Okay, this is interesting. Very unique fight now. Rams in front as meat shields. This is probably one of the biggest takeaways you can take. If you're a newer player, if you want to take anything away from this game, Rams as a meat shield is underrated at lower levels. The ranged units aren't even attacking each other. But Conks, man. Conks are insane! Conquistadors are nuts! Look how quickly the Siege Rams die, but is it quick enough? Not sure it's quick enough. There's now Rams in front for Drakon, and all of Jon Slow's Conquistadors are distracted. He doesn't have as much economy. He might have the 5 relics. He seems to be microing his Conks against the Cav Archers. It is 28 Conquistadors versus 24 Cav Archers. And then you have the Siege Rams in here. This isn't very easy micro for Jon Slow. He has to click, otherwise his units are going to automatically attack the closest thing, which is the Rams. And Jon Slow will not have enough to push it. He's at 95 pop. It's 155 for Drakon. And that is not a good sign. When you have a less economy, that is not a good sign. You can't push there. I think this will give Drakon a lot of confidence. You see him coming right back out to his golds. And this would probably be the time to start pushing these castles. At least make a few trebuchets, Drakon. I think if Jon Slow would have just pressured here, now there's a castle here, but if he would have pressured there with a few conks and kept an eye on that, it could have made all the difference. So much gold income for Drakon now. And he could even consider Ram pushing this castle down. We saw how much the Siege Rams mattered there. And it only gets better for Drakon too, with his options, because the Hussars weren't fully upgraded.
It's been a year.
Quite honestly, Jon Slow has to hold the front for a while, and what he should be trying to do is expand his eco behind, because maybe if he could even out the Vil counts a little bit, he'd have a chance. Wow, that is a ballsy castle. Or not so much a ballsy castle from Drakon. It's a wisely placed castle, just kind of unexpected on the front there. And now he has some cover fire for his units as he wants to push Jon Slow back, and I think he will. He has more Rams on the way. It's 60 military for Drakon. It is 40 for Jon Slow. Jon Slow has 40 less villagers. Yes, relics are good, but everything's falling apart for him. What a game. What a hold from Drakon. What a series. That castle's a goner. There's nothing Jon Slow can do about that. I mean, he can try and keep his castle up, but he'll lose units in the process. That gunpowder is really loud. Bang! I hear a lot of that in Florida. Yeah, see, he realizes, oh, there's a gold over there. Oh, too late. Too late. The castle's already up. Oh yeah, just shoot the just shoot the castle down. Okay. Alright. Well, that's not gonna work, sorry. And he calls the GG. What a game. That was so cool. Like I said, there's been a lot of entertaining games in this best of 7, but this was just like classic arena. I love it. The way I say it is low eco up, which means you go up to the Imperial Age with less economy in hopes of gaining an advantage with map control with a power spike. In this case, Jon Slow got the power spike. He did get the trebs forward. He did get the clonk upgrades. And then it was up to Drakon to hold and defend. And I was questioning at that time. I wasn't sure at the time, but do you remember when Drakon lost his forward castle? I think a lot of players would have been more stubborn there and maybe fought. I think a lot of players might have repaired. But I think that would have been a waste of resources. He ended up backing up. He realized he would have the time, and he made that tech switch into the Turk Cav Archers, which was such a good decision. If he would have tried to go for any more gunpowder, it would not have worked against Conquistadors. Like we said, Conquistadors are much better than Janissaries and hand cannons and imp. And, you know, any other option like Camel probably wouldn't have worked either. So, really well played from Drakon. And that evens up the series at 2-2. $200 on the line here. between two awesome arena players. So that one is also going to YouTube. I haven't kept track of how many are going to YouTube, but I don't think all of them are. Not sure yet, because I can't see the future. But if you want to see the whole best of 7, the whole best of 7 will be in the YouTube description in the form of an unlisted video. And there will probably be other games coming up as individual uploads, because this has been badass. There's the eco. Alright. Well. More food, wood, stone, and gold collected for Drakon. No surprise there. I bet you the relics paid off. Yeah. Johnso might not have had the villagers, but the relics paid off a bit. But it didn't matter. This was the moment right here. This was the moment. You can see it.
My brown suck if T90 is on.
This was where Johnso was making his push. He had less economy. He had more military, and Drakon just had to weather the storm, and he did. Beautiful game. Why did he resign? Because all of his units were going to die, because he was 40 villagers behind, and he just knew, because he's experienced, that his chance was gone and that the game was over.